Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited because today it has been a minute since I've done a review on makeup. I feel like I've been doing some hair stuff. I've been doing a lot of skincare since we've been in quarantine, but I haven't really ventured out and done anything on makeup. But I'm doing one today because I was really inspired by the new Revlon x Wonder Woman collab. All of the products I am using today can be found at Walmart or walmart.com. I also have to say thank you to Walmart for sponsoring this video. Let me just show you guys a few of the products because they're super innovative and I love when things are different, especially when you can find them on a budget. To me, it's just like, oh, this is so cool. It's not just your typical eyeshadow or highlighter. So one, for instance, is the Liquid Armor. So this is what it looks like. It almost looks like a lip gloss. You see that? But it's like the consistency is almost like very jelly-like, but it's not sticky at all. And we've seen some balms like this that you can use all over your face, but this can be used on your lips. It can be used on your cheeks as highlighter, on your lids for that wet look. So I'm really excited to try this out. They also have some really easy to use eyeshadow pens, and it actually inspired me to do two different looks. So to start, I have my base on, which is pretty much my foundation, concealer, my brows, and my setting powder and blush. So I will link all of those products that I'm using, which again are from Walmart. I will list them below. Now we're gonna get straight into some of the star players that are really gonna amp up our look. So we're gonna start with a more fun look, and this is with the Revlon Transforming Effects eye powders. So it's dual-ended. You can see it's like a turquoise and a purple right here. I love that it's dual-ended because that means, you know, this can do two jobs in one, or two colors in one. And then you can see it's like a powder base right here, like a powder applicator right here. And the interesting thing, I had to play with this a little bit, the actual product, you don't press it onto your hand, because that's what I was doing and I wasn't getting too much on here. The product is in the cap. If you see that, it's inside there. So when you push it in here, that's how you get the product on here. So just a little tip for you in case you do pick these up. What I love about this is that when you're traveling, you don't have to worry about taking your actual palettes, which can break. I hate when that happens. So a stick thing like this is awesome. And I don't think they have other colors in this, but they do have this, which is the Colorstay Glaze stick. So silky shimmer eyeshadow, similar concept, but I do love this right here. I know like Laura Mercier has something like this with her caviar sticks, but you see that? It's just a really pretty color that goes on. Ooh, that's a beautiful color too. This will look fantastic with the more natural eyes and bold lips, but I love that. And this comes in like an emerald green too. We're gonna try the eyes first. I don't have anything on my eyes right now. And we are going to put on the liquid liner. So this is black liquid liner from Revlon as well. It's the Wonder Woman one liquid liner. You know, it has a red cap, but it is just black liner. The Revlon liquid liner is one of my favorites from the drugstore. Here's a little compact too that's sold. It's so cute. I love this one because it's dual-ended, so you get the magnifying and regular mirror, and it's very thin, so it could fit into your purse perfectly. And because it's red, you can't miss it. Okay, so I'm just going to lightly give myself a nice winged liner. And I usually always start in the middle of my, like the center of my eyelid, and then work my way out. Sorry, you can tell I can't really talk and line at the same time. I'm not that skilled. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in. And you know why I like this liner too? It's very matte, whereas sometimes liquid liners have that sheen to them. And I feel like when you like take pictures and stuff, it doesn't show up nicely. Save the wing for last. It glides so easily, which is really nice. And if you like more of that felt tip application, this one is great. So what I like to do is, like, let's say you go a little deep with your liner. Don't worry about it. Just draw it, but like you can see I kind of like have some edges there. I love these makeup eraser sticks from Almay. You just take one of those. What you do is you literally, there's a little line right here. You break that off and all the makeup remover goes to the tip of the Q-tip. And then I'm just gonna take it and line it. Basically just shape the wing however I want it. There you go. other thing I like to do once I have my eyeliner done is Tightline at the bottom. So I'm just taking this black liner pen from Flower Beauty. It's called Galaxy Glossy Gel Eyeliner. And it just has like that pewter almost color, but it's black. And I just like taking especially a retractable pen versus an actual one that you sharpen. It just makes it look very clean. Now that I'm done with my eyeliner, I think I'm gonna switch things up because I'm gonna keep this liner for the fun shadow look as well, because I'm gonna do the more classic eye with the bold lip right now. So for mascara, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. And when I'm doing looks like this, it's really funny. I know I haven't done like the shadow itself, but because I go very nude with the shadow, I actually save that for last. And I'm gonna take the Silky Shimmer eyeshadow, and this is in the color 872 Gilt. So again, it's just like that really nice golden champagne color. I'm just gonna take that and put that on my lids. Oh, it's so pretty. And again, it's a crayon, so you don't have to worry too much about it being flaky. A lot of times, especially if you're putting shadow on after you do liner, sometimes the shadow can fall onto your liner and then you have to go back and do that. So this is really nice. Goes on beautifully. You can just hit the inner corner too. It's foolproof. And then you can kind of just guide the lid. And then if you want, you can either take your finger and just blend it out, or you can take a brush and do the same. Just taking a brush lightly and making sure it's blended really nicely into my crease. What I love about these pens too is that, you know, some people don't have lids that work well with shadow and they tend to just crease a lot. That's when these pens are really good. They do a nice job of not creasing and staying put. Very simple and subtle, but beautiful. Now we're gonna go to the lips where we're gonna get that really bold look. There are a few to pick from here. One is a melting lipstick, like a Revlon Kiss melting lipstick, which looks really cute. The other one, which I'm really excited about, is the Hyper Matte Intense one. This one looks beautiful too. Warrior Glitter Lip Color. And then there's some more standard ones right here with different colors. So let's go in with the matte lipstick. The reason I like these two is that you don't really have to line your lips. Oh yeah, this is matte. It's gorgeous. And honestly, you cannot tell that this is from the drugstore. The formula of this lip is so beautiful. All right, look at that lip. Wow, so beautiful. Very matte, very silky though. I'm actually going to just try this melting lipstick. I just want to see what that's like. Oh, look at that, so pretty. Oh, so it's like a little clicker, and I just want to see like wearing this over it. Yeah, very smooth. So if you do want a little bit of cream or a little bit more like silkiness on top, you can use a lipstick, but honestly, I think that that matte one is just gorgeous. Do you see how standout that is? And then the one thing I really want to go into is this right here. This is the Liquid Armor, like I was talking about, the Golden Lasso, that's the color here. Now this is the part that I just think is so cool. Do you see that? It literally looks like jelly. I'm gonna take it and I'm going to lightly put it on my cheeks and then work that in. And you can take it like that. I'll do it on both sides to see how it works. I'm gonna take one side with a sponge. So pretty. I'm gonna put it on the nose. It really gives you that more glowy look, so it's not necessarily like powder highlighter, where like powder highlighter is like a little bit, sometimes can be a little intense and in your face. This is just like gives you that really pretty dewy look. And it's not moving my makeup underneath, which I really like. And then if you want, like I was mentioning, you can put it on your lid and kind of give you more of that slick look, but it's so pretty. It doesn't interfere with the makeup itself. There you go. Okay, so I just added a little mascara to my bottom lash line, but this is pretty much the first look that you can create. I just used the eyeliner, the lipstick, and the shadow. You can see what a bold difference that makes. Let me just take my headband off so we can kind of get a sense. So this is the final look. Just really clean eyes and a bold lip. Look at how pretty that is. I just can't get over this lipstick. It does not crack. Nose lines again, I was talking about, you don't get those. It's really pretty. Okay, so let's move on to the other eye. So I don't usually really like makeup wipes for taking off my face makeup, but when it comes to transitioning lipsticks, I think they are a godsend. Like, they're so great. So again, as I was mentioning before, when I thought I was gonna do this look first, the Transforming Effects eye powders. This is really cool because they're powders, so they're easy to use, easy to travel with again, and the color again comes in the capped. So I'm going to take the color, and in the front part, I'm just going to take the purple and I'm going to dab that ever so lightly onto the liner. It's really beautiful. It's very subtle but gorgeous, which I am more a fan of than going too intense all at once. I'm gonna do the more aqua green on this side. And tap, tap, tap. So pretty. Oh my gosh. The color payoff is gorgeous with the black underneath. Do you see that? It's very subtle, which I love. Love how subtle that is. I'm actually gonna take just the purple and do a little bit under the eye. I'm just patting slowly. It works better if you like stipple it in versus dragging it in. It's just such a pretty lilac color. Okay, so you can see the teal and the purple. If you don't want to work at it with a pen, you can also use the actual palette right here. They have a beautiful teal and purple right here that you can work with. Mine unfortunately broke, so you can take like a little shadow brush and dip it in there and work it through. But I do like those little powder pens just for like a really nice subtle look. But they both do nice. So this one is in Birthday Suit, and I love, ooh, this is beautiful. And I usually don't like when lipsticks have like a taste. It doesn't have like a strong taste at all. It tastes really good. It's weird. I know, I'm kind of weird like that. But it's really pleasing. This is a gorgeous formula and a gorgeous color. But I like this a lot. So pretty. One thing I'm gonna do to just amp it up just a little bit, because I feel like you can't see it as much, I'm gonna take a little bit of the purple and use it under the eyes. So I'm gonna take like a flat brush like this and just lightly press it in here and then go in with that eyeshadow. And that really makes a difference too. Look how pretty that is. And here is the look with the more colored eyeshadows. You can see the highlighter still peeping through. It's really pretty. I like it a lot. There is a ton in this collection to play with. I would say my standout products are definitely the lipsticks, both of them, the vinyl as well as the matte lip mousse. And also I really love this right here, this little highlighter situation. It's multi-purpose, it looks beautiful, it's very, very subtle. I don't even know if the camera is doing it justice, but in person, it gives you this really pretty dewy look, but without being overpowering. Sometimes powders can do that. So I'm gonna link everything that I used from the Revlon x Wonder Woman collection that you can find at Walmart and walmart.com, plus everything else I used to create my look, including my foundation, concealer, all that stuff. So be sure to check the description box. And thank you again to Walmart for sponsoring this video. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.